There it is. Welcome, welcome. This is Eric Vaughn, streaming to you guys live. I hate doing live videos because they always go out. I haven't had good luck doing the live videos, actually, because these areas that you go is in and out. You want to always watch your connection to make sure it's connected. That's been a problem for me. But again, welcome you guys. This is Eric Vaughn, and I am representing the Family Cash Machine. And I know a lot of people say, Family Cash Machine, what is that thing? It's an organization that we created a couple of years ago. We got members all over the country that are studying money. We're studying wealth, and we're studying the transition of money, as well as the exchange of wealth that's going down right now when it goes to cryptocurrency and when it comes to technology and things of that nature. And so mainly with technology and cryptocurrency, which is the combination of technology and money coming together, it was bound to happen eventually because technology has actually interrupted and disrupted every industry right now in the world. I'm just sitting in my car for a minute. I'm kind of cold here. I was in a coffee bean just a minute ago, and they had the air conditioned freezing, and I took it as long as I can take it. You know, I usually typically work out of my home. I do a lot on the internet, of course. I'm always doing webinars and stuff like that for the Family Cash Machine and cryptocurrencies, and teaching people about money, technology, and wealth. And I'm teaching people about one of the greatest exchanges of wealth ever in the history of your lifetime. And that's what's happening right now in the world. But I'm just stalling out right now. Oh my God, I'm cold. So it was so freezing in there. I don't know why they had the air conditioning so high. It's not that warm today. It's a little breezy in Los Angeles. Nowhere near the rest of the country, okay? We're not used to the kind of weather that the other parts of the country have going right now, but it's not that warm today in Los Angeles, and this particular coffee bean had the air condition just going too hard. And, you know, sometimes I feel like the walls are closing in my office at home, so I have to get out sometime to work. I like to change my surroundings. It's actually refreshing for my mind and my thoughts and my creativeness. And I wanted to just remind you guys that we have just a few weeks left before it's not going to be free anymore to get on the Family Cash Machine. So you want to grab that link at the bottom of this video. You want to subscribe to this channel, and you want to become a member of the Family Cash Machine and learn what you can learn about money. Now, from my vantage point, one of the best things you can do for yourself today in this changing economy, one of the best things that you can do for yourself is to start learning about money. You can never go wrong when you invest in yourself. Never, ever is that going to be a bad investment. So one of the greatest services you can do for yourself today is to learn more about money. Learn about the Federal Reserve. Learn that it is not a part of our government. It is a private entity. Most people think it's the government. Oh, the government. It's not the government. It is a private entity. Okay? Learn about wealth. Learn about how money is changing and how the way people are making money is changing forever, and learn how to position yourself for this great exchange of wealth. And I'm going to tell you why I say this is a great exchange of wealth. Because, first of all, the American dollar, as the dominant power in the world, is becoming a non-factor. I think most of you guys that's tuned in on this channel, you have never, ever, ever seen a time in your life. We don't know what it's like for the dollar to not be dominant. All of our lives in America, most of us, through our existence for the last 60, 70, 100 years or whatever you're going to say, the American dollar and the American people living in America with the American dollar has lived in a country that had the strongest dollar in the world. Now, you don't know what it feels like, and you haven't experienced a time when your dollar wasn't the strongest. Well, you might want to get used to that now, because it is actually becoming weaker and weaker, and there's a paradigm shift coming, which is so many countries coming against America right now. And I'm going to name a few. They call it BRICS. You got Brazil, and they're coming up with their own cryptocurrency backed by petrol, which is a threat to the American dollar, which is backed by petrol. You have, actually in Venezuela is doing that, but that's still South America. So you have Brazil, you have Russia, India, China, and Saudi Arabia. They call that BRICS. These people are coming together to bring the dollar to its knees. And one of the things that have kept the dollar strong for so many years is the backing of the U.S. dollar by oil. That's what is backing the dollar right now. Well, guess what? They got a bunch of oil in Russia. It has a tremendous amount of oil. And they're now in a bilateral agreement with China. We got problems. We got some problems. But I talked about that in my last video. I don't want to talk too much about that right now. Now what I want to talk about is how money is changing and how you're going to have to recreate yourself and position yourself for this change. Let me start up my car here because it's getting a little hot in here now. But you want to learn about, money and what's going on in the world, or you're going to be left behind. So it's really serious right now what's going on, and it's to our best interest to basically, I did that wrong. To basically figure out what's going on. So you can never go wrong with learning it. I think that's the best knowledge right now that anyone could have or obtain, is the knowledge of money. Now, most of us know little about money. And if you look up the definition of money, you'll see so many different definitions. And some of them are actually inaccurate. So money is a... I told you that's why I don't like to go live, because it just messes up. That value that your money, let's go back to the definition of money. It's several things that money is. I'm going to go into that in the cryptocurrency colleges. So when you go into the cryptocurrency college for the Family Cash Machine, you will learn all the definitions of money and what it really is and what it's not and what you've been told it is. And most of us just assume that we know what money is, and we don't. We just know that it's something we use to exchange for goods or services. That's really the furthest that our definition goes. And some of us feel like, well, that's all I need to know. No, you need to understand what gives it its value. Because if you don't understand what gives it its value, you're not going to understand what diminishes its value. That's very important. And that's why the wealthy, they understand this. And it's how they maintain wealthiness, and they maintain and perpetuate wealth for generations, because understanding how to maneuver is the leverage that they have on maintaining wealth for generations. So we don't think like that. Most average people just want to get by. We just want to make it in life and survive. And that's just not enough, because right now you're living at a time where if that's the only thing you're thinking about is just surviving, when the value of the dollar starts to diminish, and it is, then you're going to find yourself in poverty. So you got to have more now than just survive techniques. You got to understand how to get ahead. You got to figure out how to get ahead, not just survive, because the economy is moving against you. So again, I wanted to talk to you guys about how money is changing and how cryptocurrencies is a challenge. It's actually threatening the system. Because this is a currency that the people created, okay? This is a currency that the people created. Okay, I was reading in the paper. Well, not the paper. I don't read the paper, I'll be honest with you. I read a lot of different internet news channels, and I tune into a lot of economic news channels. So yesterday I was reading that, and I'm going to start moving here. I was reading that Poloniex, which is a cryptocurrency exchange, It's a big one too. Poloniex is an exchange for cryptocurrencies. Ethereum, Bitcoins, Monero, Dashcoin, all of these coins, there's like 1,500 of them now. It's creating its own ecosystem. And this is why I'm telling you guys that we need to understand cryptocurrencies, because the big guys understand it and they're putting themselves in position. So Poloniex was sold for $400 million by a company called Circle Investments. Now, that's not the interesting part. The interesting part of this is Circle Investments is owned by, I got a bad connection. Okay, I want to make sure you guys hear this. Just purchased Poloniex. Circle is owned by Goldman Sachs. So I think just recently a lot of people were saying that, well, Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and all these companies are saying that cryptocurrency is nothing. It doesn't have any value. It's just a fraud. It's not real money. It's not backed by the government. And all of this stuff that they've been saying about cryptocurrencies. Okay? But guess what? If it's nothing, why did Goldman Sachs, who's backing the company called Circle, if cryptocurrency is nothing, if cryptocurrency is fraud, if cryptocurrency has no value, why is Goldman Sachs spending $400 million to control one of the exchanges that exchange cryptocurrencies? Interesting question. Interesting question. Wow. Is it that they know its value there and they want to control it? Is it that they know that there's a lot of money to be made and they want to be in the middle of it? I don't think Goldman Sachs is going to spend $400 million to lose. I just don't see that. So the writing is on the wall, you guys. Start learning cryptocurrency. I'm teaching you guys this industry. It is technology intermingling and combining itself with money. Okay? It is the future. It's going to happen with you guys or without you. Whether you understand it or not, it's going to happen. It's happening. And the big boys, they see it. They want a piece of it. And as of right now, you got the Chicago Board of Options and Exchanges. You got the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They're creating futures now for cryptocurrencies. They already have futures for Bitcoin. They made $19 billion in one day selling contracts of Bitcoins. Come on, people. This is going down. This is going down. So all of that talk that this stuff is going to crash, and let me tell you guys something. Last year, I looked at the charts. Bitcoin was $1,100 at today last year. Today, they're talking about, oh, Bitcoin's crashing. It's crashing. Yeah, it went as high as a 20,000. And the reason it went as high as 20,000 is because all the talk that it was going to Wall Street. Oh, Wall Street's getting involved. Wall Street's getting involved. That's why it went as high as 20,000. Right now, I looked at Bitcoin this morning with 7,500, which is the lowest I've seen it in a while. But considering a year ago, it was 1,100. That's a 700% increase in value. I don't know any commodity out there. I don't know any currency out there in the world that has had that kind of appreciation in 1 year. None. Hands down, it is the pound for pound heavyweight of all investments, even in the down market that it's in today. Now, I did want to briefly talk about Bitcoin being 7,500, and a lot of people are scared right now, thinking, oh my God, it's low. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Again, remember what I just said. If you look at Bitcoin last year, a year from today, it was $1,100. So we're looking at a a 700% increase in value without you doing anything, just sitting on it. So I would think it's a pretty good investment, because I don't know anybody on stock market that is making that kind of money. Now, I watched Tony Robbins the other day. He's got a new book. Tony Robbins has a new book about money, and he's really good when he talks about money. I actually read his last book called Money Master the Game. And I suggest that you guys read that book. Anthony Robbins, Money Master the Game. Now, he's got a new book out. I'm sorry I didn't get the name of it. I'll Google it, but you guys can Google his new book. And he was on a talk show, and he said, if you made 8 to 10% last year, listen, 8 to 10% last year, you did excellent. You did excellent. You did so excellent on the stock market. It's not funny. You are really winning. 8%? I just told you 700% in Bitcoins last year. And that's just with that one coin. They actually have coins that made more percentage than Bitcoin last year, like Ethereum. I think Neo coin made more. Dash made more than Bitcoin as far as percentage. What else made more? Ripple. So there's a lot of different coins that actually did better than Bitcoin in percentages. So the money is in this industry. This is where the money is, okay? So it's not just about making money, it's about understanding the technology. Because the technology, what it's doing is allowing people to transact without a third party, okay? And that is amazing. That is like one of the best things that could happen, okay? Well, people could actually trade money with each other and send money to someone's phone without sending actual money, but sending value through Bitcoin. You can send value. You're sending like a value of $500 that somebody can liquidate into $500 of cash. That's what you're doing, and you're sending it to a long encrypted number that's not their name. It's not attached to their name. It's not attached to their social. They don't have to use driver's license or anything to access that money. This is a revolutionary transaction, okay? Because right now, you guys, if you're working a job, you're not really noticing the restrictions on money. Anybody that has a business right now, anybody that's an entrepreneur that moves money, they're noticing and they're feeling the brunt of this restrictiveness that they're now enforcing on money, okay? And that's really making the economy worse because money needs to be able to move free. And when you have a down economy, that means money's not circulating because of whatever reason. It could be jobs, it could be, unemployment, it could be the interest rates. Money, slows down in a recession, and to add insult to injury, you have regulators, banks, and financial institutions adding more red tape, slowing down the process of transactions, which is suffocating the economy. Wow. So I feel it. Because when I try to do a transaction, I'm a businessman. So I'm always doing transactions and sending money or receiving money. And it's so much red tape. It is a rigorous assignment just to receive money these days. It's crazy. And banks are making it harder and harder and harder just to transact. So this technology is the best technology that will alleviate you going through a lot of problems to receive value, to receive money, or to transact in a business transaction. You can do it effortlessly in seconds. It's definitely a game changer. So don't listen to anybody talk about, oh man, that Bitcoin stuff and the crypto. I don't want to learn that. I don't know about technology and I don't want to really learn it. I don't know anything about it, so I'm okay with trying to. Don't do that to yourself, okay? Because just think if you'd have took that attitude when the internet started, And I always tell people, go back to 1994. Google 1994. Brian Gumbel, Katie Couric. Google that. You'll see a video of Brian Gumbel and Katie Couric talking bad about the internet. Oh, what is this thing called internet? I don't want to use that. I have no use for this. Imagine somebody saying that. And this was the ignorance that they had towards technology. They're like, I don't know it. I don't want to know it. That's the worst position that you can take. Okay? Because Katie Couric was in a position, and Brian Gumbel at that time, financially, to invest in the internet, and they would be so wealthy right now. But they fought it. Okay? You don't want to fight this technology. Technology is something that's going to make money when oil is not making money. technology is something that's going to make money when pharmaceuticals are not making money, because people are going more into healthy, what they call kind of like, herbs and stuff like that. So, and they're understanding more about the side effects. Have you ever watched one of those commercials and they say, hey, take this for, take this for psoriasis, but it may make your eyes bleed. It may make your nose bleed. You might get headaches. You might get an ulcer. They got you about 10 different things that's going to be wrong with you if you take this thing to try to fix one thing right. And that's pretty much how the pharmaceutical companies are. They try to, holistic. That's it. It's holistic. That's what things are going more to holistic. But the side effects of some of these medications, man, I would not touch them with a 10-foot pole. But it's all about money. It's not about curing people. It's not about curing diseases. It's more about treatment. It's more about stretching it out and just treating you for a little while and helping you to cope with it, but not really curing it. So all of this stuff is coming to an end now. There's a lot of different technologies, medical stuff that's holistic, that's becoming more available to people through blockchain technology, because it's decentralized and they can't control it. And so I wanted to say to you guys that it is to your benefit, believe me, to learn about this. It's not hard. Don't tell yourself it's hard. I mean, one of the most injustices you could do to yourself is to tell yourself I can't do something. Okay, you can learn anything you want to learn, because anything you want to learn is in a book. Remember that. That's why I like the movie Catch Me If You Can. That was a true story. This guy believed in himself, and he said, you know what? I'm a doctor. And he was a doctor. And, he was in there doing surgeries and stuff because he read it in a book. He went home and studied this stuff. And then he said, I'm a lawyer. He wasn't a lawyer, but he studied for the bar exam, and he passed it. He actually passed it. And when the FBI caught the guy finally for all the credit card and check frauds that he was doing, they said, how did you pass the bar? How did you trick the system? He said, I didn't trick the system. I actually passed the test. He was like, get out of here. You didn't pass this. How did you pass the test? He said, I studied for it. So what I'm saying is nothing is beyond your learning. This is technology. This is money. This is technology. Now, how important is it to learn money? How important is it to learn money? Money is something that regulates your everyday life. Everyday life. You can't do anything without money. You can't eat. You can't drive your car. You can't shop. You can't watch TV. I mean, I remember when I grew up, we could just turn on the TV. And that's not the case now. You have to have cable. If you don't have cable, then you are not going to be watching TV. So it costs now to watch TV. Think about that. So why shouldn't we talk about money? Why shouldn't we master money? Why shouldn't we want to know everything it is about money? What is money? Where does it come from? How do they make it? Why do they make it? What does it go through to get to the stuff? How do they distribute it? I mean, we should know everything it is about money, because you can't do nothing without it, and you're being judged by what you have and what you don't have. So that's something we need to master. And mastering money means once you become a master of something, it's nothing for you to accumulate it. It's nothing for you to regulate it. It's nothing for you to distribute it or to create wealth with it, because you got it mastered. And so this is your last chance. Got about a week or so before these classes are done. I've been working my butt off, me and my team, to get these classes to you. There is nothing out there like what we're doing. I'm telling you. I'm in this industry. I've been in this industry 2 years. I've been to conventions, and people don't want to talk to you. They don't want to share with you this information. We're making this information available for everybody, where they can study this, they can master not just cryptocurrency, but money in general. They can master gold. They can understand about options. They can understand about futures. They can understand about wealth and how wealth is attained. All of this stuff will be covered in our courses, and we're going to give you the future of technology and where it's going with decentralization and where it's going with the blockchain, and how many industries this is going to disrupt. So you're going to get a whole lot of bang for your buck. A whole lot of bang for your buck. And I'm telling you right now, the courses that we're teaching, NYU, Stanford, Princeton, none of them is teaching what we're going to teach you guys. They're teaching you guys a little bit of what this technology is. Then they pat you on the back. Okay, see you guys, bye, and you go. That's not what we're doing. We're teaching you how it started, what it is. We're teaching you guys the future of this technology. We're going to teach you all the industries it's going to disrupt, and we're going to teach you how to create ICOs so you can start your own companies in this industry, and you can start trading cryptocurrencies. You can start making money in this industry. So we're not just giving you the knowledge, we're teaching you maneuver to capitalize and leverage to create generational wealth. That's what the Family Cash Machine is about. The Family Cash Machine is about generational wealth. We're going to be teaching a lot of different things, not just about money, but the technology and how you can use it for your benefit to create your own company and be your own company right in your living room. Never leave your living room, and you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars right in your living room with your pajamas on. That's what we're teaching. So it's not about getting a job. It's about creating your job. That's where we're at right now. Okay, this is what technology has taken us. And that's why I said, do you understand about technology and where it's going? Do you understand money and, how is money being created today? And it's really amazing, this technology and where it's going. The governments cannot stop it, no matter what they say. We have a few problems right now in this industry, in that when this industry started back in 2009, there was a young man out of Yugoslavia who spent $27. He looked up in 2013, he bought $27 worth of Bitcoin, and you can do the math. How many times does 10 cent goes into $27? Well, he bought Bitcoins with 10 cent with $27, and Bitcoin went as high as $1,200 before it dipped again, and he sold them at $1,200 a piece. He made $899,000. There's a lot of stories like that. And when these people made that kind of money, then it created a buzz. And once it created the buzz, all of these different businesses wanted to get in and capitalize. The problem was they created centralized companies, meaning that when you get Bitcoins right now, even though it's a decentralized technology, meaning I can send it to anybody in the world and anybody in the world can send it to me without any... I don't know why I'm the only one get disrupted like this. If I was talking about some BS, if I was rapping or doing something like that live, I don't think I would get cut off at all. But because I talk about money and I teach people about stuff they don't want to know, for some reason my phone get disrupted all the time. You notice that? You guys seen a whole bunch of people live. They didn't never get disrupted like me. I got a brand new phone here. It don't make no sense. But anyway, the problem with Bitcoin right now and cryptocurrency is we got too many centralized exchanges, meaning that it's connected to the banks. It's connected to KYC, know your customer. You need your ID, all of that stuff. So even though we're using a decentralized technology, when it liquidates or transact back into, fiat currencies, then it's involving banks again. They've got to stop that. So once we remedy that, this will be totally decentralized. There won't be no need for banks. Okay? And now we're working on that. A lot of people, not me, but programmers, innovators, they're now working feverishly to get decentralized exchanges. Okay? It's coming. It's happening now. And they're also doing these things called atomic swaps and stuff like that. So it's coming. It's just, in the beginning, it's hard for people to shake that centralized thinking. Everybody always they think too much like how you were trained to think, in accord to one company controlling all the money, one company being the middleman for the transactions. So we went back to that when it comes to the exchanges. But remember what I told you, that's being remedied now. There's a lot of different technologies that's coming out that is going to have something different. I actually just looked at a website today called BISQ, BISQ. And it's a decentralized exchange, Wow. And there's a couple of other exchanges I'm seeing where you could do fiat currency, decentralized, but it's a little risky to do those because when you're dealing with money, it's not as easy as transacting a digital product, okay? Because that digital product, we use private keys and public keys, and we can use all kind of different gadgets to make sure that we can create an escrow between us that nobody can beat each other. I'm getting ready to go up a hill, so if I go out on the hill, I understand that, but I'm in regular, normal areas sometime, and I'm just getting disrupted because I'm always talking about money. Now, again, I'm going to do more and more of these videos. I have a lot to share with the public, and we have a huge assignment on the Family Cash Machine, and we're all over the country now. We're in Atlanta, we're in New York, we're in New Mexico, we're in Texas, we're in Oklahoma, we're in Florida, we're in Chicago, we're everywhere in the Family Cash Machine right now. And I even looking like we're connecting with some individuals in Tokyo right now. So we're growing at an alarming rate, and we're going to keep this message going out about how people need to change their concept about money. And if you notice, money is getting tighter, okay? If you notice, it's getting harder to make money. And this is because you're still in the old mindset of money, and you're still trying to make money the old way. But if you change your mindset, and you understand how money is being made and readjust and recreate yourself and learn something new, I guarantee you won't be, you won't regret it. It'll actually benefit you, and you'll be making some passive income as you learn this technology. And it gets to a point where you're making so much passive income that you don't have to work anymore, okay? Now listen to this. Now, no matter how bad this industry it gets right now, because Wall Street, by creating those options, they're somewhat kind of manipulating the price of Bitcoin. I'm going to say that again. Wall Street, by creating those options, are some kind of a little change. He made a comment in November. He said, I'm going to tame Bitcoin. Wow. I'm going to tame it. So in other words, we're going to control it. So right now, these contracts that they got on Wall Street has kind of slowed down the price of Bitcoin. Notice, ever since December 17th, when they started these contracts, how the price of Bitcoin dipped. See that? It's all connected. But I'm going to say this. You can't fault them for making money. They want to make money. Wall Street want to make money. They saw this industry making a lot of money, and they wanted some. It's just that simple. It wasn't a conspiracy. Oh, it's a conspiracy. No, it wasn't. I mean, I call it a conspiracy when I see a conspiracy. It wasn't a conspiracy. It was just they wanted some of this money. And they figured out a way to get some. But I'm going to tell you something. What they're doing is forcing more innovativeness and forcing more of the programmers to create more of what the foundation of this technology is about, which is decentralization and cut loose. The problem we're having right now is every cryptocurrency is connected to Bitcoin. So you attack Bitcoin, you attack the whole industry. Most people take cash, buy Bitcoin, and exchange for Monero. Most people take their cash, buy Bitcoin in exchange for Ethereum. Most people buy Bitcoin in exchange for Dash. I mean, every coin is connected to Bitcoin. That's centralized. That's kind of a problem. We didn't think about that in the beginning. We have all these coins going through Bitcoin, and that's kind of decentralized. Now, my team, we all know that we can get Ethereum and buy Dash, or we can get Monero and buy, Litecoins. We know that, but the average person coming into this don't know that. So they're getting Bitcoin first, and then they're going to the other coins because they haven't been trained like our team has been trained to understand this. So everybody is connecting everything through Bitcoin. So they're kind of centralizing it in their functionality. The way they're functioning with it, they're functioning in a centralized mindset, even though all these coins are separate coins. So this is why we have to have this education. This is why we're putting so much emphasis on educating people, because our intention is not just to help people make money, but to free them from any kind of control when it comes to money. to free up your money and to free your ability to transact money and make money or save money or free up your ability to not be restricted when it comes to money. Okay, so this is our intent, and that comes through knowledge. And so we have a cycler. And I'm so excited that the Family Cash Machine created a product. No matter what Bitcoin is doing right now, Bitcoin can be low, high, low, don't matter. We have a program that is pretty much economy proof. Doesn't matter what cryptocurrency is doing right now. Anybody in the cryptocurrency space that's trading cryptocurrencies, it's hard for them right now because the market hasn't had a lot of up movement. So anybody that's speculating, they're having a hard time making money in Bitcoin right now. And it may be that way for the next 3-4 months. But we have launched a product. It's a Bitcoin cycler. And it pays out 500% return on your investment. And it's pretty much economy proof. It doesn't matter what the markets are doing. I would say market proof. It doesn't matter what the markets are doing. You still can make money with our product. So I'm quite excited that we created that right on time. And I'm glad that we created it at a time when Bitcoin is down, because to get into our cycler right now, it's only $350. But guess what? Once you come in and we start teaching you and giving you this knowledge and you're learning, and other people coming in behind you, you're going to make $2,000 as soon as your matrix fills up. It's only 14 positions under you. That's it. It's a 2x3 matrix. It happens really fast, and it's not predicated on 14 people. It can actually be 14 positions. So we have people coming in with 14 positions and 5 positions and 6 positions. So it could relatively happen really fast for you. So I'm excited about our product that we launched, because it is a foolproof way to make money no matter what this industry is doing right now. No matter how high Bitcoin goes or how low it goes, you're going to make 500% return on your investment. And on top of that, you're going to learn a lot about cryptocurrencies. And that is where the real value is. The value is really in the information. You know, information is powerful. Okay, it is the key to the success, you know, of anyone. And so, unfortunately, most families in America, African American, Latino, even average Anglo-Saxon white families don't have access to the knowledge that privileged families or wealthy families, they share certain things with their children that they don't learn in school. You know, Asians, there's a group of Asians that are very wealthy, and they share certain wealth techniques with their children that they don't learn in school. There's certain small groups of Jewish people that have money, and they share certain wealth information in their family that they don't learn in school. And there's certain small groups of even African Americans. There's a small group of them that have had money for generations since the Reconstruction period. There's a book out called Our Kind of People that tells you about that small group of African Americans who have been wealthy since right after slavery. And they have information that they share with their children that you know, they don't get in school. And so I see one of my teammates, Joe, saying Tokyo sounds real good. Yeah, man, Tokyo. I talked to a guy in Tokyo. He's got 1,000 people on his team. I'm going to reach out to him again tomorrow. And they're very excited about the Family Cash Machine and our Bitcoin cycler. They are in a cycler that's paying them 300%, but we pay 500%. And their cycler that they're in doesn't pay 10% sponsorship on the people you bring in. We pay 10% every time that your person you bought in gets paid. You get 10% of their pay every single time they get paid. So they were kind of excited about that. And so we're linking with people all over the world, man. It's coming. You know, I'm expected to go to Africa this summer and talk to a president. Yes, a president of a country who is very excited and interested about cryptocurrencies. And they want to talk to me and another member of our team. So there's big things going down, man, because of knowledge. The only thing that's exalting me like this is knowledge. It's knowledge. It's not me. It's the knowledge. So that's why I'm selling the knowledge, you know, to people, and I'm creating these courses so people can learn, because it's just invaluable to learn. And like I said, the way we're giving it to people, nobody's teaching it the way we are, because we're teaching it to you in a decentralized manner where, you can utilize it. You don't not going to school and learning it, and then you come out of school and you're looking for a job. No, that's not how we're teaching this. We're teaching this in a manner where you'll be able to create your own income. You'll be able to create your own portfolio. You'll be able to teach other people and charge them if you want to. That's how we're giving it up. We're giving it to you in the most powerful form that you can get it in. There was a guy that used to be in the Wu-Tang Clan. I used to like him. They used to call him Old Dirty Bastard. And the Old Dirty Bastard used to always say, I like it raw. And that's what we're doing. We're giving it to you raw. We're not putting no cut on it. We're telling you how Satoshi Nakamoto created this technology to be utilized, which is in a decentralized manner. I apologize to you guys for all the breakup in the lines of me driving and stuff like that, but I do want to continue to do live videos. I want to continue to bring stuff to you live so you guys can see me, talk to me, see I'm a real person, and I want you guys to be excited about this information, spread this information. I want you guys to click the link that I'm going to have underneath here, okay? And I want you guys to join these classes. I want you to come now to the Family Cash Machine before the classes even start, and you can be a core member. There's a very short window right now to become a core member. So I want you guys to get involved in this movement. This is not just knowledge. It's a movement that's creating all over the world. It's a movement that's being created. If you don't believe me, Google Roger Ver, Roger Ver, and you'll see this guy's a billionaire now with cryptocurrencies. Then last month, Forbes magazine, for the first time ever in the history of Forbes, they did a section, the richest people in cryptocurrency. They've never done that because it wasn't relevant 4 or 5 years ago. Now they did a section, and there was about 20-something individuals, and Roger Ver wasn't even in there. There was quite a few individuals wasn't in there. Charlie Lee, I didn't see him either. And Charlie Lee's got about $2 billion. This is creating billionaires, millionaires. And one guy in there has made $95 billion. He's got more money than Warren Buffett. In 3 years, he's made that. So this is a industry to reckon with. This is something you want to learn. This is something because it involves money. Okay? Money is probably the thing that everybody in the world, regardless of religion, regardless of race, beliefs, everybody have money in common. Everybody in the world. So this is something that you want to learn. Now, I don't want to just teach African Americans. I want to teach anybody who is willing to learn about money and willing to come together in the Family Cash Machine and put their mind and their insight with us to help us to understand more in depth of what's going on in the world with money, and to be able to network with one another and connect with one another in a developing way to create more of a movement. So with that, you guys, I'm not going to talk too long. Again, no matter what Bitcoin does, no matter what cryptocurrency industry does, it doesn't matter. We have a program, we have a platform that is amassing money and wealth and income for people. No matter what, this is pretty much soundproof, the system that we created. So I'm looking forward to you guys grabbing that link down there. I'll put a link too for the Fam Wealth Network, which is our Bitcoin cycler. Anybody that joins up with the Fam Wealth Network and purchases over 5 positions, you're going to automatically have investor status, and I'm going to put you on the phone with other investors, and you guys will just be cycling each other out right there. I'll show you in minutes a cycle, meaning you'll get paid. You'll get paid immediately. If you come in with 5 positions, I'm going to put you on the phone with 4 or 5 other people that got 5 positions or 6 positions or 10 positions, and we'll sit right there and orchestrate and regulate all of you guys together so we can create cycles right there within seconds. It's amazing what we're doing. Okay? So cycle just means getting paid. That means you made 500% on your money. That means you put in, 350 and you made almost 2,000, like 1,900. You can do that within 30 minutes if I put you on the phone with the other investors who are all doing what you guys are doing, and you just start cycling each other out. It's amazing how we do that, and I would like to film that one day so you guys can see it. I think we do have it on film. I'm going to grab that, piece of film and show you guys. But Fam Wealth Network has a soundproof system to make money in this industry. Excuse me, I burped. To make money in this industry no matter what Bitcoin does. And I'm excited about that. Okay, now this video has went almost 48 minutes. I usually don't like to go that long, but I think I'm going to have to start going longer on these live videos, because people get notices, and if I'm on and off before they can get on, then it's not really serving the purpose. I want people to be able to engage in these live videos, and I want to continue to bring news to you, information to you. The news that I brought today is Poloniex, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges, has been purchased by Circle Investments, which is backed and owned by Goldman Sachs. Writing is on the wall, you guys. Big boys are not just coming, they're trying to take over. And they're trying to make this back the good old boy system, which we have created Bitcoin to disrupt. But it's not going to work, okay? It's not going to work because there's more decentralized technologies coming out. When I say decentralized, it means you don't need a bank. It means you don't need your ID. It means you can liquidate, you can cash out without showing any social or none of that. That's what decentralized means. It means the people regulate it. It means the people monitor it. It means the people create the momentum and create the value without any regulations. That's what decentralized means. There's no center point to cut it off. You got 100 million people all connected together with no server. That's what decentralized means. It's just connection on connection on connection on connections. You can't stop a system like that, okay? There's no point to stop it off. There's no center point to even stop it. There's no main source to stop it. So that's what this technology is about. We're going to get deeper into it in our courses. I want you guys to learn this stuff because this is the future. They're not telling you guys that. They want to control it. They want to get their grips into it before you guys learn about it. And my mission and my assignment is to get it to you guys while you still have a chance to be free in this industry and to make as much money as you want without being controlled, without being regulated, without being restricted, and all that stuff. So that's what we have, and we're going to sign off from here. Again, click that link, sign up for my subscribe to my channel, like this video, subscribe to the channel so more people can see this information. More people need to hear this stuff because this is a very, very serious movement. It's an economic revolution. It's nothing short of it, and it benefits the people, not banks. That's why they're scared. It benefits the people. So that's why I'm so excited about it, and I'm so adamant about it, and I'm going to stay on it. I'm going to keep teaching this stuff as long as I can breathe. I'm going to keep working for the people to uplift and empower them and not the banks. So with that, you guys, we're going to go ahead and sign off. And again, grab that link behind, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.